This is just a quick tutorial on Google Classroom to give parents an idea of how this app works, because it's something that many teachers will be relying heavily on as we deliver digital assignments. Parents can be joined to a classroom from the role of a parent. If that happens, the teacher will send them an invite to their email address. By accepting the invite, what will happen is once a day, you'll get an email that kind of talks about some of the assignments. Some parents have found this isn't a very reliable way. You don't have a way to check at a glance what is all coming up. Another option is to have your student sign into their account on your phone so you can check their Google Classrooms. Students can have their accounts on multiple devices, so it won't affect it if Google Classroom is signed in on a parent's cell phone and on a personal computer and on the student's iPad. That would be totally fine. Most students are already joined to the classes they need. If not, there's a couple of ways to join a class. You might get an email like this and inviting you to the class, and then all you have to do is hit the join button to become a part of that class. Students can also join the class through a code. So if you know a Google Classroom code like this right here, from that Classroom app, when you sign on, it takes you to this screen. In the upper right hand corner, there is a plus sign. And if you hit that plus sign, you can hit to join a class and type in the code of the class that has been shared, and that will add you to the class. When you are in a class, there are a couple of key things to look at. It first opens you up to a stream that just kind of shows you the things posted. This is kind of like, if you think about it like Facebook, the newest stuff is up top. So if you're keeping up, then you only have to look at the top couple of things in order to see what's been shared from the teachers in the stream. These can be things like links or videos. On the bottom menu, it says classwork on the bottom, and this is where assignments are posted, where students need to attach their work. So right here, students had to attach their IAR questions. Since there was no document already attached, they would need to hit the add attachment button, and they can add something from their drive. They can add a link that shows their work. They can upload a file from their iPad or computer, whatever device they're using. Or if they wanted to create the assignment right there, they could create a new doc. So you use the stream to see whatever has most recently been posted to Classroom, whether that was just an announcement or an assignment or a link. Where the classwork is where you can go to see all of the assignments. If there's due dates, that will show up right underneath. So none of these example assignments have due dates, but typically teachers will put a due date so you have an idea of what's due when. Teachers also have the option of separating things out by topics. Things that don't have a topic are up top. This topic, there's an essentials, and then a section on Freak the Mighty. Under the topics will be both assignments or questions or materials, and all of those can be done in different ways. So if we go to this first assignment under Freak the Mighty, that's a study guide. So this is an example of an assignment where they included a doc. They could use this add attachment section to attach their own document, but this right here gives them their own copy of the study guide. So if we click on that, nothing is loading at first, but if I click on this send button in the top right hand corner, it'll send it to the doc and open it. So this student has their own copy of the document that they can type their answers on. And so that's what they're going to submit when they're done with the assignment. from in Classroom, and they can mark it as done once they've edited the document. This is an example of an assignment that doesn't have an editable document with it. The students have to do something with this PDF. So it has a PDF attached to it that they need to, it says highlight 3 quotes on. So a really good app to edit on a PDF would be Notability. So if I'm going to open up that PDF, nothing happens at first, so I'm going to hit the send button in the top right hand corner. And now with these 3 dots right here, I can choose to send a copy, and it gives me different apps that I can send this to. And I'm going to go to the more button, and I'm going to choose Notability, and it exports this PDF into Notability, where I will be able to add pictures, add text, highlight, write on it, annotate it, whatever needs done. So as I'm sending it to Notability, I can add this to an existing note or create a new note, which I'm going to create a new note and import it into Notability. So I'm ready to open up Notability. If I don't want to find it on my screen, I can slide down and search. And I've got this new note called Example Free Quotes. So if the assignment asks me to highlight different quotes that show they work better together, so from these tools up top, I can pick the highlighter button and highlight whatever quotes I needed to do. If it was a different kind of assignment where I just needed to be able to mark different things on it or draw a picture to demonstrate it, I could, or even type on the document. Whatever I needed to do. Then when I am all the way finished, I can send this back into Google Classroom with the send button in the top left-hand corner. So if I hit the send button, I'm going to send this into Google Drive as a PDF. I'm going to pick which folder I want it to go to. So I'm just going to save this in my example folder, export it, send it to Google Drive. Now I'll be able to attach the PDF with all my markups on Google Classroom once it has saved. So if I go back into Google Classroom, so now that I have the document sent in my Google Drive, I can click the Add Attachment, go into my Google Drive, select the document, and mark the assignment as done. Teachers might just post a question that students just have to put their answer on, and then send it, and they can get graded. Or sometimes it might just be a link. So this last example here is just a link to a resource that might be helpful. But this is where students can go to turn in any assignments through Google Classroom, whether they are given a document to type on or whether they needed to create the document fresh. And they can submit all kinds of file types, from videos to audio files to docs to links here. Hopefully you understand Google Classroom just a little bit better and feel more comfortable helping your students navigate this, as they will be getting assignments through here.